Hello again, everyone, and welcome back to another installment of Poke Fodder. Man, what a day yesterday, right? I mean, the dust hasn't even begun to settle on everything that was released for this game. There's so many comments, so many great pulls off of boosters, sextuple packs. I'm loving reading all these comments. I'm having a great time trying to learn what some of these new Pokemon do, their special abilities, the plates that go with them, all the new possibilities of decks that you can run. I'm loving it. This is just a step. We started with the Dark Energy, and there was a lot of hype for a couple days, and it died off. And in the Fire Gym Cup, it was back to the same old, same old. I have a feeling it's different this time, and maybe I'm just wishful thinking, but I really feel like with all the different possibilities now, there's power behind the possibilities. The dark decks were kind of lacking some gusto, if you will. I'm excited for the future of the game. I hope it's not too late and people haven't left, and people who did leave, I hope they come back to give this a try. So much good stuff. I had a great time with the live streaming yesterday. I've said it before, I enjoy playing the game against viewers. The fact that you subscribers, viewers, even want to thrash me left and right across the little field there and wait up and get in line to want to do this is phenomenal, and it's very humbling to me, so I appreciate it. Obviously, without you, there would be no Poke Fodder, or there would probably be Poke Fodder, but honestly, none of you would know about it, and I would probably stop making videos at some point. But for now, we're moving forward. I want to go over I want to go over one of the new plates. We're going to take this piece by piece. We've got some time to dissect everything. We've got days. So I want to go over one of the new plates that I'm going to run with this deck right here. So this plate, Tropical Energy. Any special conditions are removed from your grass, flying, and bug-type Pokemon during this duel. The effects of the abilities that allow you or your opponent to respin or force respins in battle are nullified for the battle opponents of your grass, flying, and bug-type Pokemon, and your turn ends. The your turn ends just means when you activate the plate, your turn ends. And this is in the place of Metagross. And this is one reason why I say, people would ask me, should I buy Metagross? And I was like, wait till after the boosters drop, because you just don't know what's going to happen next. Here's a deck that I put together. It's a little bit of a hybrid. So I've got Zapdos and Articuno. I've got Crobat, who is very quickly becoming my favorite runner in the game. I don't even remember this guy's name. And yeah, we're just going to jump right into it. We're going to play a game, because I'm not hand-tied to having to have a Metagross on my field and on my squad now. And I feel really bad because I dumped a whole lot of resources into making him level 5 so he'd have no miss. And then bada bing, bada boom, something new comes out that replaces it. Thus is the nature of the game. We're just jumping straight into league play here. We're going against the Dragons, Heatran. Looks like a Mew. I don't remember what else he had there. Moltres and the Bulldozer. Okay. Rhyperior, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. We are just going to open. He's got kind of a slow deck with just one runner. One thing that I don't like about this deck is it does have just one runner, and I've been getting in a bind when I go up against Deoxys decks with 2 speeds or 3 speeds. I don't really have the ability to cover very well. Nonetheless, this is also the Discord user Sky kind of came up with this. He came up with using the double dragons in this. I'm choosing to use the birds because they are protected by the tropical plate. So that is the reason why I chose to use the legendary birds. But everything is fluid at the moment. There's so many experiments, so much being put into finding different decks and synergies. This is what I've put together so far. And it's not good. This game right here is not the best example, simply because, and I'm going to save my tropical energy, just because none of my Pokemon have status effects. But if Heatran comes out here and slaps one of my Pokemon around and burns them right on cue. Nice. Or if one of the dragons comes in and does either a burn or paralysis on one of my Pokemon, I want to be able to clear that away, and the plate will do that. So you kind of have to time out when you want to use your plate. It's become a chess match again. That's good, because that's going to leave him poisoned, and I believe that's minus 40. So now my Zapdos is a good matchup. Typically, Zapdos is not a great matchup against Moltres. It's pretty much hard countered. And I didn't see what he did there. I missed that turn. I'm going to go for the Mew knockout. Unfortunately, I'm going to miss. Wish I could see what he did. I was talking and I didn't notice. I'm actually going to enact my plate now. None of my people have a status effect against them, but Skorupi will, when he battles a psychic type, he will confuse them. And I guess I didn't need to use the plate, and it backfires on me. I should have waited. Should have waited. That was unfortunate. I could have waited one more turn and then cleared out the status effect. But what he's going to do is when he battles a psychic, they become confused, which in this case, if I can get over to, oh, nice. That's a good victory right there. I'm going to go up here and confuse him, hopefully into honestly, I'm not sure what just happened there. Oh, because I have minus 10 damage, so it was a push, but now he's confused. So he's going to become a dodge machine at this point. And I really wish, honestly, that I had not used that plate so early. That was an oversight on my part. We are just going to push him down the field. And I do have him set up for the evolution if need be. And that is going to be the end of his Moltres. So far, so good. We've avoided the dragons. I'm kind of wondering if there will be this Pokemon may switch places with its battle. Well, no, we definitely don't want to do that. The dragons, there's a chance that the dragons could be the new strongest deck available. There we go. Because there's not an exact counter to them per se. I honestly, I don't know that there is a single best deck available right now. Probably still Deoxys, but let's... Ooh, that was super fortunate. But he's not going to be poisoned because he's just going to go right back to the bench. Probably still Deoxys because you still have to account for them. That's just kind of the way that it is at the moment. But there are so many different ways to counter them at this point that I don't know that... I think in the coming weeks we will start to see the leaderboard have more variants and not everybody will be running Deoxys decks. Just my guess. I guess Heatran can just do that as many times as he'd like. That was unfortunate to say the least. He had spun misses and his purple, and I could not land my gold. I never did pull a Heatran out of any of those booster packs. That's fine, we'll just go this way. Now you can bring your Heatran on the field like normal. Cool. We will bring Crobat out. And I definitely will get into all, maybe not even all. I don't even know if there's going to be time to get into all of the new Pokemon. But I definitely will get into a lot of the new Pokemon. The super relevant ones, the EXs for sure. Probably dip down into the rares. And you're going to get knocked out of the game. Although, I thought, and I can't look now, but I thought... Oh no, if it's over 120. And there is a typo on that, on that grass knot. It has to be over 121 in order for you not to get knocked out. Okay, so that was super fortunate. We are going to freeze him behind us. And then we can knock him out on the next turn. Assuming we survive this turn, which surviving has not been our forte in this game so far. Well, let's just see if we can't knock him out. He has no spin, and I can't even land. I cannot even land on an attack when the other guy can't protect himself. That is most unfortunate. And he's going to go straight for the knockout. But not today. Not today. And honestly, I'm on such an uphill battle at this point. I don't know. Being down in a Pokemon is not a good thing to be. And since he's already burned, he's just occupying space over here. I'm going to double chance and try to get a knockout here. Kind of grasping at straws at this point. I can beat his 90. No, I can't. I forgot I'm burned, so I get minus 10. So there you go. This is not looking good. I don't know. I don't really have any options to win. I don't have any. Losing to a 2300 is not good at all. It's going to be a major loss in points. That's going to do nothing. So we are going to X attack here and try to get Moltres off of our goal. Worst case scenario, we just surround him on the next turn. Okay. Maybe could have saved the X attack. At this point, I'm down on time. Tough decisions to make here. All right, Zapdos. I'm going to need you to roll your gold since he has been magma sliding my team all over the place. No, that's good enough. Not really sure what our win scenarios are at this point, other than him rolling misses. That's a good start for sure. He's gonna bring Reshiram back out. If I get another Pokemon eliminated from the duel, there's it's gonna be game over for us. Luckily, he did not want to come after us, although I imagine he probably will on this play here. Luckily, I've got it covered as far as that goes. So, all right. Now we've got him pinned in. Not real well, mind you, but we do have him pinned in. It's going to be a slow climb for me to get up to his side of the board. He's just going to bounce around and let me take the lead here. Which is fine. I need Crobat to do a little bit of defense here. Okay. No, maybe not. Maybe he gets knocked out by that. Because he's flying type. Alright, well, we have no option other than to protect our goal with you. Which we knew that this was going to be a long battle to climb back from anyways. A lot of these newer Pokemon will be a lot better when they're at level. Oh man, that would have been the time to roll your white attack. They're going to be a lot better once they get up to level 5, level 4, and shrink down a lot of those miss sections. He's just going to go for the Rock Wrecker. He's going to try to roll the Bulldoze and take the goal. Aha. We survived. Now we're just going to hop in here. And I'm actually going to attack. Okay. If I had won that, then he could not have attacked over here. And it didn't work out, but that was the thought process behind that. Because I'm trying to keep him from attacking my goal, so the longer I can do that, this is going to be a lucky spin either way to knock Moltres. I mean, Articuno can't beat him unless he rolls a miss. Zapdos is going to have a really hard time beating Moltres because of 111. So yeah, like I was saying, my win scenarios are really low at the moment. you, actually you can be helpful by coming behind here. Super long game right from the start. This is crazy. And that's going to knock out my Crobat. Man. Really don't even know that this matters unless Scorpupai gets beat white on white. Maybe I am gaining on time. That's nice. Alright, so we have a chance here to knock him out with a white on white. Okay. Destiny's Bond is going to actually take him out. I'm okay with that. And we've managed to cut back even on time. Our best bet is to get Zapdos up against Heatran. And I'm going to attack so he doesn't. Nice, nice. Because he's the biggest threat, and he could knock my Pokemon off of the goal. So that was very fortunate there. And his timer's not moving. Oh, there it goes. And we'll close off around Mew. I kind of want to get Articuno up against Mew, since both of Articuno's white attacks will knock Mew out. Getting an Ice Charge would be great too, if I could find, if he allows a couple of his Pokemon to get next to each other, I could freeze them up and maybe be in some business. I'm going to attack here first because I do not want Reshiram and Zekrom on the field at the same time, if at all possible. As long as one's in the PC, then I'm not in fear of being eliminated out of the match. And with another positive spin here, and things are starting to look a lot better. No, I spoke too soon. Things would have been looking a lot better for us had we not gotten knocked out there. So once again, we'll cycle through and bring Crobat. It's actually a pretty decent matchup. Not that I want to be instigating any attacks at the moment. Unnecessary attacks, that is. Man. Block off. It still has a hurdle jump. How do you have a minute 24 left in the game and still have a hurdle jump left? Oh man. Can you hear a little bit of me die each time? Well, I have to attack because if I just cover up the goal, then, well, he is confused. Oh, too bad. Because if I had just covered up the goal, then he gets the easiest round kill. So that is going to be the loss, and that is super, super, super unfortunate to lose. Oh, that's gonna take a lot out of the rankings. It's early in the month. We'll get it all back, but don't like to lose matches that I probably should win, even when it's with a new deck. So we will, look at that, 41. Ouch. It's been one of those days though. Okay, so we're back into league play, and this should be a much better example of what the tropical energy plate does, since all but one of his Pokemon are psychic type, with Shuppet being the one that's not. I'm actually just going to go straight to the goal, because I figured he had, I forgot to look, but I figured he had 2 hurdle jumps. And that would put me into a bind. Let's see, you're 101, you're 110. This is actually going to confuse him. We're going to go there first, and then when he hurdle jumps, we're just going to move Crobat onto our goal. Okay. We will bring Articuno out. I maybe should have double chanced there. Probably not. It's usually safer not to attack. That is a really good matchup for us though, especially with a double chance. And then he's going to lose his Mew, because I'm going to long throw over here. Goodbye, Mew. And we are going to just bring Zapdos inner corner. And now, before he gets any more Reuniclus out, we're going to put on the tropical energy plate. And everybody I have out now, or everybody that I'm playing, the Reuniclus can't respin against, if I understand the plate correctly. And I do. So between this plate and Metagross, I think we will start to see Reunicluses fading out of favor. And then as soon as we say this, the meta will change, and then they'll come back because people aren't thinking about them anymore. But for the time being, Deoxys are still going to be relevant. I think Reuniclus is probably... Oops, I meant to move up too. Is probably all but... They're unreliable if nothing else. Let's see, where can Shuppet go? And he can go to my entry point on the next turn. I don't want to get surrounded. So we'll go, oops. And that's twice I've messed up. If you bring Shuppet here, I'm going to just take Crobat. Still has 1 hurdle jump and 2 X attacks. The reason why I went there is if you bring Shuppet over here, it's an easy surround kill. That was a pretty bad play by him. But I will definitely take the surround kill. We might just double chance. Oh, okay. If I'm not mistaken, and I think I'm seeing things clearly here. That's ball game. So good win by us. Good. Oh, he was going for the flyaway victory. That's what he was trying to do. All right. Well, there you go. I hope that that kind of gives a good example. We went 1-1 today, but we were showing off the plate. And as you saw in that second game, when we went up against basically an entirely psychic team, his Reuniclus couldn't respin. He took 2 chances with his Reuniclus. They got knocked out both times. Completely turned the tide as if I had a Metagross on the field without being hamstrung to having to use Metagross. That's going to do it for today's installment. Let me know in the comments, are you enjoying your time with the new Pokemon? Have you pulled the new Pokemon? And what is your favorite deck? Or what decks do you want to see me run in future videos? Because this is for you. This is your channel. If you guys want to see something in action, you're wondering if maybe you should use the materials to buy it, let me know, and I will do my best as long as I have the pieces to make the deck work. I will do my best to put it together for you. So until next time.